Jump. Look at this fish. This is not the bait I was expecting to be out here throwing. Look at this little backwoods lake. Lily pads, trees. Ooh. Looks badass. I just hope I can get down the ramp. Come on, please be a boat ramp here. It says there is on the map. Please be a boat ramp. Oh, there we go. This looks like a boat ramp. This looks like a boat ramp. It's kind of a boat ramp. What is up, Mavericks? Welcome to a little exploratory mission here in Texas. I'm at a little backwoods lake that looks really good on Google Earth, and my buddy said the bite's been pretty good here lately. He stopped out here a few times, so I had to check it out for myself. I guess there's giant fish, there's big swim bait fish. I like both of those things, so we're gonna give it a go. I don't know if that's how we're gonna catch them. We're just gonna throw whatever it takes. If you're having a hard time understanding me, that's because I am like super sick. The last 3 days I haven't been able to get off the couch, so it feels good to finally be out here on the boat, even though I have like cold sweats right now, even though it's 70 degrees. It's not too fun. Pretty positive I have either COVID or strep throat or some type of virus. Becky and Ozzy had it, and now I have it. But that's why I'm solo today, because I want to stay away from Cole. I want to stay away from anybody, not to spread this. So if you have a hard time understanding me, I apologize, but I'm going to do my best to speak up and kind of talk my way through mental progressions in my head, which is what I think is best when I'm by myself. I can really talk through the adjustments that I'm making to help catch some more fish. Just launched the boat. Water looks like it's about 77 degrees, so we're definitely in that fall transition phase where the temperatures dropped 10 to 15 degrees and the fish aren't in their full fall feeding period yet. I noticed the water is decent clarity, probably 2 feet up here, and there's a feeder creek, so I'm hoping down the main lake it's even cleaner. But I'm gonna kind of scan around a little bit, kind of check out some of these points, see if the grass comes out. There is lily pads and a ton of standing timber. And like I said, I heard there's big bass. So I think I'm gonna check out some of these points. Looks like there's a lot of good looking laydowns over on some of these banks like that. And we're flat out gonna see what type of cover they're holding on real quick, and then we're gonna attack that cover. I got a bunch of big baits tied on them. I'm hoping I can catch them on those, but regardless, if you guys like the fall fishing videos, hit the thumbs up right now. Let's go rip a giant. Okay. Get this damn Panoptic screen cleaned off a little bit. It's a disaster. There we go. Hope we see a big old slonchosaur eating swimming bait. I'm gonna kind of switch between the old hinkle shad. I brought this guy out of retirement last night. I found him in my boat. I was like, why haven't I been throwing that? Starting on a little channel swing point though right now. Looks like there's a couple fish moved up on it. So throw these big baits around, see if we can trick one. All right, we just had a big fall on the swim bait. That's a good sign. There's grass that comes off this point right here. I would assume it's hydrilla from what I saw up in the lily pad area where we launched, but throwing this hinkle down there, and I got it weighted a little bit, so I'm getting it down 8 to 12 feet if I need to, but that one came up out of the grass and was following it on Panoptics, so we'll see if that continues to be the deal. Definitely going to make an adjustment on the swim bait though if we keep getting follows and they don't eat it. Oh, how did that guy not get hooked? Alright, so I just switched up to 6 cents provoke jerkbait. Just follower after follower on my swim bait. So I thought maybe something a little bit more finesse would get a reaction strike. And first cast over an area where I just had a bunch of followers, Timmy decided to freaking destroy it. But I don't know how he didn't get the hooks. Always amazes me. 9 points and they don't get one of them right. 2 of them on it. Oh my god, again? Are you serious? God, I might need to switch up to some round bends or something. You good, hooks? Yeah, freaking sticky sharp. That's one instance. I think the Panoptics can actually hurt you a little bit too, is when you watch them bite on there, they just fly up. Actually commit to the bait, you can twitch it away from them too soon instead of just feeling for the bite like you usually would on jerkbait. Regardless, I'm just glad we're getting bit. It's always promising to have giant fish. I mean, these look like a lot of 5 to 8 pound fish fall in the swim bait, but it can be really scary. Like, is this gonna happen all day? Because some days they just won't commit to it. There is no bite window. You can be as patient as you want to, but at least now we can fall back on this jerk bait a little bit if needed. Is that a fish? Oh, it's a big one. Okay. That's not the caliber I keep seeing fall my glide bait. Little 5-inch guy. Wake up and drive 3 hours from home at 4:30 in the morning for that. Oh my god, there's so many fish right there. Yeah. We boated one. It's a baby, but I'll take him because they just do not want to commit today. Hopefully it's just because it's early in the morning, but just found a little main lake grass point. Nothing crazy. Little provoke guy. Got him. It provoked the bite. That's crazy though. I'm seeing so many good fish on Panoptics, but they don't want to pull the trigger yet. Could be big. That could be big. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, don't throw it. Found a little suspended guy. Just put on a little tiny swim bait on my 7.4. Actually, this is a prototype rod. You guys don't know about this rod right here, but God, these fish are tough today. So tough. God, he wants to jump. Oh. I figured though. Little tiny swim bait. That guy slurped it in. About a 5-ish pounder, I would say. Doesn't look like much to you guys out here in the middle of nowhere. And I got another one already. Wolf packs of them. This is just a little guy. That last one was by himself, the bigger one. This guy was with another dude. I could tell that last one was big though. He was barely moving. Okay. Of course, this is the one that makes it in the boat. Another big one. I don't know if that's him. It must be. Yep. Oh, please don't jump off. That's not a giant one, but I might be onto something here. God, this one is not healthy. Yeah. Look at this fish. God dang. He used to be big. He's got like some type of weird fungus looking stuff on his lips. He's got a damn eating problem. Look at that thing. Freaking skinny man. Gross. Shoot, he had almost as big a frame as the one we just jumped off, but weighed about a third. And then I hooked myself. Because I got too many cameras going. Too many cameras, not enough coleslaws. Just made a little switch to this little tiny swim bait, Kitech. And there's suspended fish out here. I'm still gonna fish the bank and some of the grass lines because I think at some point today those fish are gonna get fired up and eat that hinkle shad or whatever else it takes. But for now, we're gonna target the suspended tough to catch fall fish. Get it. Oh, he bumped it. There we go. Yahtzee. That might be a decent, oh yeah. Yeah, bud. This is badass out here deep. 22 feet of water, 21 feet of water. And these things can't resist this little tiny swim bait. This is not the bait I was expecting to be out here throwing. Especially when I pull up to the first point and I see multiple fish over 5 or 6 pounds fall on my big swim bait. It's a tiny swim bait. Come on, bud. Not a giant one. Not a giant one, but good to net with the little tiny hook and the little 8-pound line. Look at that. I think we got the right damn bait hooked up there. Little 3.5 pound guy. Hook just fell out. Hell yeah. One thing you never want to rule out in the fall is a little tiny swim bait, because all this bait in here probably hatched, not all of it, but a lot of the bait they're chasing hatched early summer, and so a lot of it is that 1 to 3 inch size. That's a perfect imitator, especially a see-through bait. That's one thing you always got to keep in mind with a translucent bait, is that's a smaller profile and smaller presence in the water than an opaque bait. So you can even have a clear 6 or 7 inch bait that maybe will have the same presence in the water as, say, like a 3 or 4 inch opaque bait, which is something to keep in mind when you're trying to cast far too, because a lot of times you need that heavier weight. Well, if that bait is see-through, it gives the same smaller, more subtle presence as a bait that's weighs less and is smaller. Be big. Be big. You're not big. Just a gulpy little guy. God dang, these fish are unhealthy. Go eat some of those shads, bud. There's shads everywhere, I swear. God dang, bud. Skinny guy. Random by himself guy. We are working further back into a creek. It's kind of a little secondary that comes out. Not totally random. Is it a baby? It's gotta be a baby, right? It was an okay one. Wasn't giant though. There we go. There we go. Healthy guy. Healthy guy. What's up, boy? Yeah, dog. New spot. Found some little cribs, I think they are. They're basically just little man-made fish homes. Little swim bait over their head. Big old group of them. Oh, really? That's what I'm gonna catch? Look at this guy. There's actually some good fish on these pillars right here. And this is what I end up with. Oh! That one had to be big because I lost him, I'm sure. Oh! That one actually was big. I saw him on Pam. You shitting me. Freaking mega school right there. We go over. They're moving so fast, I gotta get back in there. Coming back to you. You gonna eat it again? Okay. Okay. I might have to come back here with a bass swim bait. Bass pattern swim bait, that is. Because I guarantee those guys get munched. You guys probably think I'm crazy saying there's big ones in here. I freaking see them on freaking Pam Optics the whole damn day. All I can catch is these little pricks. Oh, no. Oh, that was not small. God dang it. I want the big ones to stay hooked up on this little bait. Shit. Any big old cilantrosaurs back here? A lot of bluegill. Oh yeah, there's one hiding right there in the grass, of course. You guys probably can't see him, but I got the water lens on, so I'm cheating. We actually filmed a little pond stocking video the other day, so be checking for that in the next coming days. We put some interesting new creatures in the pond. I think you're gonna be wanting to see that one. Before we talk about the fishing in today's video, I need to thank you guys for something really quick, and that is for all of the love and support we've gotten from Waterland, our sunglass company that we started last year. We had no idea that there'd be this much interest, this great of feedback, and this much support for our small company that we started from scratch. We were just fishermen that wanted a better quality sunglass lens at a better price, and it seems like you guys feel the same as well, because it's been going so well, and you guys have been giving such great feedback, and seriously, thank you. None of it would be possible without people like you. And one reason I tell you that is we have so many sunglasses that are back restocked. They've been out of stock for a long time, but they're restocked now. Got a bunch of hats, apparel, and we have some giant influencers. Not to take away from all the small influencers. Everyone part of Waterland has been a huge help, but we just picked up Catch 'em All Fishing's been wearing our stuff. Zach Ketchum, Zach Bagby, that is. Zach's a great human being. Go check out his channel if you're into the Florida saltwater, some freshwater stuff, but he does all sorts of stuff. He's on Swamp People on TV, does a little bit of everything, and of course, you can't forget Mr. Stale Cracker is now on the Waterland team. That's one of my favorite people to watch right there. Now I'll make this short and sweet because I'm about to pick up a rod and see if I can catch a couple of these donkeys in here. But like I was saying, you can't overlook a really tiny bait this time of year, especially if you guys have a lot of suspending fish. Something about that little tiny under 3-inch swim bait is all those fish really wanted to commit to. And don't forget what I told you guys about using the color and thinking about the color of a bait when picking the size of a bait. A smaller, more translucent bait gives off a smaller profile and a smaller presence in the water than a opaque bait that is the same size. So I was using that little tiny 2.8-inch swim bait that was see-through, and that had an even smaller presence than your typical 2.8-inch size bait. So tiny, tiny, tiny. But as you guys know, you get to the point where you can't throw something that's 1 inch, even on really light spinning tackle, especially when you're trying to hoist up maybe a double-digit size bass. So being able to use the 3-inch size swim bait that is see-through allows you to use a bait that's big enough to cast, but small enough that those fish can't resist it. Just a little tiny guy swimming there in that clean water all by himself, not schooled up. The bass can't stand it. But thanks for watching this, Meffers. If you want to see more fall bass fishing videos, definitely hit the subscribe button. Tune in because we got a lot more coming. I think I just saw a giant snapping turtle surface right out there. I might need to get snapping turtle. Might need to do a snapping turtle catch and cook. What do you guys think? All right, we'll catch you soon. I'm out of here. Peace.